Hello guys, Crispy here and welcome back to another video. In this one, my friends, I'm gonna be testing the Intel HD 4000 on the i7-3770K in GTA 5. It shows up like this in MSI Afterburner, so no clock speeds and everything else. You can check all of its specs here in TechPowerUp's GPU-Z. We aren't using any other GPU in this system at the moment, so yeah, it's the iGPU of the i7, as I told you. We're also running it with 16 gigabytes of DDR3 at 1600 megahertz, dual channel, and yeah, I guess that's it. Let's get into it, shall we? Right, at least it gets 64 FPS here in the menu. That's not too bad. It's better than the G100, for example. We're playing in DirectX 10, of course, just to make things easier on the little HD 4000. 1080p resolution for now. Of course, we're going to test lower resolutions and the lowest settings, which are actually the normal settings in this game. Advanced settings are all turned off. Okay, so this is not as bad as I expected, to be honest. You know, the Intel HD 4000, it's not that bad. It might actually be playable at low resolutions. Let's hope so. Of course, you should not really play like this. Frame time is going crazy as well, probably because of the low FPS. Oh, I can't control the car like this, guys. This is totally awful at 1080p. It's actually better than something like a GeForce 210. So if you're running a 4th gen or a 3rd gen i3, for example, and you... Oh gosh. And you have like a GeForce 210, just remove the GPU and play with the Intel HD graphics because it's gonna run games better than that. I've seen a lot of people actually pairing a 210 with CPUs with iGPUs that are stronger than the actual dedicated graphics card. Let's stop it there. Okay, so I kind of wanted a little break from the 3060 Ti because I'm tired of everything being playable, you know, and getting extremely great FPS. So yeah, that's why we're here today testing the Intel HD 4000. Okay, 1280 by 720 resolution is now applied. Everything else is still the same. We are going to test it without shadows as well because that makes a huge difference. And wow, okay, this is not too bad. We're in the 20s. So let's start counting the frames, and I think if you have something like this GPU or this iGPU, we're fine. This might actually be a playable experience for you because, well, it's Intel HD graphics. To be honest, after playing this one at 16 frames per second at 1080p, 24 seems like a cinematic experience. Oh boy, okay, yeah. It's a heck of a lot more playable, that's for sure. Alright, I'm fine. I have no idea how I didn't crash there, but okay. Getting very close to 30 FPS in this area, that's insane. Actually, it might be playable without any shadows at 720p resolution. I wonder if it's because we're running Windows 11. I think with these lower-end GPUs doesn't really make much of a difference, Windows 11 versus Windows 10, but I could be wrong. I will actually test this GPU in a Sunday video, not this Sunday, but with Windows 10 installed instead of Windows 11. And where the heck are you going, Jack? I am here to see you, and you're just running away from me. Is it Jacqueline, though? Oh my goodness, the slowdown inside of the bushes is insane. Where is he? Okay. There we go. I think it's Jack, guys. Oh, god damn it. I can't... Oh my goodness. He's going to the bushes. He knows that we're testing a slow GPU. So he goes into the bushes. Oh, this is not Jack. This is just a rabbit. Yeah, he goes into the bushes, so we lose him. He's a very smart bastard, but here he is again. Hi. I think that's Jacqueline. Jacqueline, I just want to see Jack, and you're going... you're misleading me. Hello there, hiker. How's it going? Are you all right here? No? Do you want a lift? No, you just... Are you going to see Jack as well? Like, it's not that way, it's in that direction. Anyways, guys, 25 FPS average. is actually not half bad for an Intel HD 4000. I expected way worse performance. Okay, 800 by 600 resolution, much more adequate for this card. I believe this is not really a card, it's just a chip. But anyway, we're playing it still using the low or normal settings. And what the actual heck? It's above 30 FPS at all times, basically, because inside of a bush, it was above 30 FPS. That's insane! I'm just flipping my car around so much. It's so beautiful, like the maneuvers I can do, you know? The little tricks. Yeah, it only happens with Intel HD graphics. Yeah, 1% lows are not really that good because of that frame time graph. I'm so sorry, Rick. Okay, it's dropping right here. All right, 24. These bushes are more intensive than the other bushes for some reason. Inside of these, 28. All right, it's actually not too bad. Almost hit Rick there again. It just spawned. There are tons of Ricks, okay? More maneuvers. Great stuff. GPU utilization is not maxed out anymore for some reason. I don't know. It might be the RAM or VRAM that's being used as RAM. Like, GPU has no VRAM, it uses RAM, okay? But yeah, it's DDR3. It's pretty slow these days, and it's not keeping up, I guess. Of course, it's not the CPU that's bottlenecking the iGPU. That's kind of obvious, I think. It barely bottlenecked the GTX 970 at very high settings, so yeah. Totally expected higher frames here, guys. 28, yeah. There's not much of a difference between 800 by 600 and 720p, unfortunately. That's pretty underwhelming. I totally expected way higher FPS at 800 by 600. Anyway, guys, sometimes we can achieve 30 plus, as you can see. But I guess whenever you are in the city, rendering things really fast into the VRAM, which is RAM again, it just can't keep up anymore. Yeah. Maybe if I overclocked the RAM, it would be a little bit better, for sure. But most people running Intel HD 4000s will actually have slower RAM, like 1600 megahertz, so I won't do that. And if you're wondering, yes, you can install Windows 11 on your 3rd gen PC. Just follow Linus's guide on it and you'll get there. Okay, it's pretty easy. Just have to do everything that he does and get the ISO from Microsoft themselves because they actually already published it. Disabling shadows is really simple. You just gotta go to your Documents folder, Rockstar Games, GTA 5, and over here on the settings, you gotta open that with the notepad. There we go. For a second I thought Windows 11 didn't have a notepad, but it does. And you gotta find shadow quality over there and set it to 0. You then save it, close it, go ahead and click properties here, read only, okay, that's it. And we're back to 1080p resolution using the same normal settings, or low settings, undefined shadows, because we just disabled them, of course, and advanced settings are all turned off. And at 1080p resolution, it seems like not much has changed. We might have gained like 1 or 2 FPS, but it's pretty much the same thing. That's quite bad, actually. Yeah, I don't like this. Frame time is still pretty bad. Oof, it's stuttering so much, guys. Yeah, this is completely unplayable and horrible, of course. Yeah, I was expecting a little bit of a bigger difference, you know? Usually there is a big difference. Okay, just change the resolution to 720p and right, it's getting around the same FPS as 800 by 600 now. This is totally playable. Alright, I like it. Coming into this, guys, I was expecting a really bad experience, but you know what? It's 31 FPS on average. Of course, 1% lows are at 17 because of the frame time spikes, the little stutters that you can feel every once in a while. But yeah, it's not too distracting. It's a 30 FPS experience, and at this point, it's somewhat of a PS3, Xbox 360 experience without the shadows, of course. It looks a little bit worse, but it's still at 720p. Oh, why would you do that every single time in GTA? I think Rockstar should definitely improve AI in GTA 6. I am hoping for it. I am rooting for it, okay? But this is quite playable on Intel HD 4000. This is amazing. Oh my god, no, I wanted to see Jack. Come on, game. I just want to see Jack, guys. GPU utilization is not really maxed out there. That's a little bit bad, to be honest. And I just noticed I forgot to show you VRAM usage. Here we go, back here again. Hopefully we won't hit anybody right now. Everything seems to be going smoothly. So people aren't really out here at night, it seems like. Kind of. And you know what, guys? At night, this game doesn't look that bad without the shadows enabled. You know, it doesn't look that much different than playing normal GTA 5 with shadows at 720p. Oh, hello, Jack. How's it going, buddy? Finally saw you in this video. What a good boy you are. Look at the city, guys. Even at 720p low, without shadows, it looks kind of decent, doesn't it? It's quite a surprise. Once again, let's drop it down to 800 by 600. Here we go, this is it. And everything, of course, is still the same. I think it's just slightly better. We're getting like 3 more FPS in this scene right here. Yeah, GPU utilization is way lower right now. Let's just do this. Rocket, yes, please. And why did you do this, Nigel? I know I shouldn't really drive this without a helmet, and I'm probably gonna die. But if I do, it's gonna be daytime, and it's gonna be actually less beautiful because there aren't shadows, and you can't really notice that at night, but you can at day. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna start counting our frames. You can actually experience 60 plus in some areas of the map. That's kind of insane for Intel HD 4000. This is performing way better than like a GeForce G100 and GeForce 210. You know, it's way better. For example, the G100 was getting like 18 FPS on average at 300p without shadows. This is getting 40 at 800 by 600. Now, 60% GPU utilization at times drops our FPS below 30 still. So, unfortunately, a 30 plus FPS experience all of the time is not possible here with specs like these at least. But, again, I'm super impressed with these results. I really thought this would be a complete mess, but it turns out GTA 5 is even better optimized than I thought. So, that's been it, my friends. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful and informative and entertaining. Don't forget to like and maybe subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll catch you in the next one very soon. As always, love you all. Bye-bye.